person's life can have profound influence on that of the other, especially if that person is our spouse. Therefore, marriage will have a very significant influence on our lives. Love will be stable in a good relationship or marriage, bring about benefits and advantages. On the other hand, a bad marriage or relationship will constantly cause misunderstanding, quarrels, cause us to lose money, suffer from illnesses, experience divorce, bankruptcy, lawsuits, and even imprisonment. Therefore, choosing the right partner or spouse is extremely important. In the BaZi system of astrological reading, the compatibility of two persons can be analyzed through the following methods. Firstly, it is favorable for the daymasters of two individuals in a marriage to form the interaction of combination. As shown by this chart, Wu Kui, Jia Zi, Yi Gen, Bing Xing, Ding Ren. All of them form the interaction of combination and are compatible. Secondly, by analyzing whether the strength of the Wu Xing within their birth chart to determine if they balance each other. For instance, a man's birth chart with a lot of fire elements may consider finding a woman that has a lot of water element within her birth chart so as to balance out each other. On the other hand, we can analyze in terms of Shi Shen, which are also called the 10 gods within the birth chart. For example, a woman with a lot of Shangguan within the birth chart will usually create negative influences on her husband, whereas there is a strong tendency for a man to lose his wife or girlfriend if there are too many Bijie within his birth chart. Nonetheless, if the strength of Wu Xing or the 5 elements belonging to both individuals are able to balance or supplement each other, positive effects can be created within the marriage, causing each other progressions in career, good luck, and increase in wealth. For example, the third method is to analyze the compatibility of the zodiac signs they are born with. However, this method is not a very thorough method of analysis. It's always better to analyze the entire birth chart as a whole, taking into the day and time of birth into consideration. The fourth method is to determine if there are too many clashes within one's birth chart. People with too many clashes in their earthly branches usually are more emotionally volatile and may cause strains and instability in their marriage or relationship. However, same as the third point, this is not conclusive and the entire birth chart must be analyzed before we make a final judgment. The fifth point is that if two persons are meant to be husband and wife, they will usually reflect the same year for marriage or having children in their birth charts. Their birth charts may show similar trajectory or characteristics. For example, if the husband is financially stable or well-to-do, the wife's birth chart may show likewise. However, the above are but generalizations and none of them should be used alone for a good analysis. For those who are not familiar with astrological reading, it will be important to remember that all of them must be used in combination for an accurate astrological reading. In reality, relationships and marriages are never perfect. The compatibility analysis will allow us to determine the areas with the improvements in our marriage or relationship. What we should do if we found out that our relationship or marriage is not compatible through the BaZi system of analysis. BaZi is a matter of recording time and reflecting the energy of Wu Xing or the 5 elements at the time of birth of a person. Wu Xing or the 5 elements is a form of invisible and intangible energy. Everything that exists has an energy field with them, including living things, plants, and objects. All of us are born with different energy field, and when two persons live together, their energy field will interact and affect each other. Very much like a chemical reaction. At times, the interactions are positive, while other times negative, causing harms or destructive effects. This is the reason why some people become extremely fortunate, whereas others become their lives are disastrous after marriage. However, nothing in this world is absolute, and even when a marriage is not compatible, we can always try our best to exercise free will and action to improve the marriage through mutual understanding, tolerance, empathy, acceptance for our spouse. In this way, harmony can be created within the marriage. On the other hand, if a marriage is compatible, if we neglect factors like the geometry or feng shui of the house, or if we do not make an effort to maintain the marriage, being unfaithful to our spouse or partner, or do not cherish him or her, we can still experience a broken marriage or relationship. Love is complicated and full of changes. However, we can always find appropriate ways to manage the marriage for the good of both. The analysis of compatibility is a means to an end, but not an end in itself. The end goal should be to understand each other's strengths and weaknesses, thus allowing us to improve ourselves, to discover each other's good points, and minimize each other's flaws in the process. Therefore, life will become much better after marriage. Moreover, if an extremely bad or unfavorable outcome is determined through the compatibility analysis, the problems within the relationship or marriage could be very difficult to solve, and thus both parties may need to calm down and make rational decisions as to whether to continue the relationship or marriage for the good of both. On the other hand, beside 八字、紫微斗数, Thai astrology or horoscope are also able to analyze compatibility in terms of relationship or marriage, which I will teach in future lessons. Thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, please share it. See you in the next lesson.